So like right before COVID, about 9 months to a year before COVID, I was living in San Domingo. I had a cool little 3-bedroom house with a maid's quarters in the back with his own bathroom in there. So kind of like to floss on myself and make my life way easier. I got a maid, and I would have her come in Monday and Friday. Monday, cook and clean up from the weekend, and then Friday, cook and clean up and prepare for my weekend. But as I stayed there longer, my homies is coming over and we laughing, clowning, eating, drinking, playing dominoes. My house was getting dirtier. So I asked her could she come from Monday to Friday, and I would just, have people in my house on the weekends. That's what was usually happening anyway. But she was like, okay, cool. So it went from about 75, 80 to about 150. So she's there for about a month and a half. Super cool peoples. I pick her up on Monday, drop her off on Friday. So one day we was watching TV, laughing about something, and she was like, why you ain't got no girlfriend, or why you ain't got no wife? I'm like, I don't know. She had never seen me with any women. And, I think she knew that I was messing with chicks, because she would see indicators of that around the house, like maybe a hair tie or, things that women leave around. And she was like, she asked me that, and I was like, I don't know. She said, my niece would be perfect for you. I'm thinking to myself, she ain't no more than 40. Can't be. I think she's 37, 38. And she talking about her niece, so her niece ain't but 18, 19. This is the beginning of COVID. I'm 48, 49 at the time. I'm like, yeah, whatever. That's what I'm thinking to myself. I said, let me see a picture. She said, all right. Went to her phone, got her phone, went to her Facebook, and showed me the picture. Like, look. I was like, ew wee. She was fired. I was like, oh, she cool. Yeah, she cool. How old is she? She said, oh, she 22. I'm like, how you? Huh? She like, oh, my brother is way older than me. He's like 5 or 6 years older than me. That's my brother's daughter. I'm like, okay, you trying to plug me with your brother's daughter? She said, yeah, you cool peoples. You a good man. You take care of yourself. Your house is cool. Everything cool. You hustle. You do businesses. Blah, 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 blah. You're not messy. Educated. I'm like, okay, well, thank you, but nah, I'm cool. She like, well, we having a party at my house tomorrow. And you can come over and meet her. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm playing it hella cool. But I wanted to go because the niece was bad. I'm talking about stupid bad. Long, pretty hair. I didn't know at that point whether it was a weave or not. I didn't know. But it was pretty. Real pretty features. That caramel, morena, Caribbean glow. Stacked up top and down low. She looked kind of short though, but it didn't matter. She was bad, right? I asked a couple questions. She went to college and for business administration, spoke English and Italian. She was just cool on paper, right? So I'm like, yeah, I'll go. Just hit me tomorrow. So I dropped her off that night. Next day, I go to the gym. I do a couple different things. I'm at the house chilling, eating. And she texts me like, hey, you coming over? I'm like, yeah, I'll be there in a couple hours. I go to La Serena. I get a 24-pack of Modelo's. A big bottle, like the Costco bottle of Grey Goose, and something else, and some orange juice, some chips, and whatever. I throw it in my ice chest, pour some ice in there, throw it in my car, go to my boy's house, chop it up with him for a minute. He stay in Naco, and they close to that area somewhere. And I pull up. So I pull up, and like all their houses are connected. Like it's one big house and they all built apartments up around it. Like you could tell it's just hodgepodge. This was built this year, this was built that year. But it's the auntie or the mom's house, the auntie's house and her brother lives over here, and she lives over here, right? And it's apartments on the top, and you know them spiral staircases that's hella thin. I'm not no big dude, and them joints be thin for me, but the spiral staircases and stuff, and you know, there's a bunch of people out front, like 15, 20 people, like 10 women and 5 men. They cooking, laughing, everybody drinking. You know how the Dominicans are, they chilling. It ain't hot. It's about 80, which is my kind of weather. She's out there. I ain't gonna say her name, the maid. And she like, oh, hey, what's up? Oh, this my cousin, this my friend, this is my homegirl, this my homegirl, this my cousin, this my homie. I'm like, hey, what's up? I meet everybody, hey, what's up? Boom. I got my ice chest. It got a little handle on it. Boom, I pick it up. We go in the house. It's like a center courtyard in the house. What I thought was a house was actually a center courtyard where you walk in. The sun come down through, and it's like connected to a house in the back. It's kind of fly actually, and it was like doors on the side and stuff, so you can come from this apartment into the middle courtyard. It was actually pretty fly. It looked weird on the front, real hodgepodge, but once you got in, it was fly. And I meet everybody, blah blah blah. She introduced me to her brother. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? This dude look younger than me. I feel kind of awkward. I'm like, I'm already here. Hey, everybody, let everybody know it's beers and drinking there, and you know, they can have at it. I brought it for us to enjoy, you know what I mean? So we laughing and clowning. I meet her brother's wife. She cool. They playing dominoes over there. I look over there. I'm like, yeah, yeah. And one of the cousins look at me like, huh? I'm like, yeah, I'll smash you in the bones. He like, I said, man, I play bones, bread and meat. If I don't get it, I don't eat. You got some money? I'll run your pockets. He like, yeah, for sure. We can gamble. Whatever. I'm just greeting everybody, but I'm going to tell you about that later. So, the maid kind of elbows me and goes. And I look, and I'm like, ooh, wee. I came up, if it works. I came up. Or I got played. They set me up. Either or, but it's finna go down, right? So she comes up, she's like, hi, how you doing? My auntie told me about you. I'm like, yeah, boom. She hugs me. I'm like, oh. Yeah. You know I had sprayed on the Polo. I like Polo cologne. I'm smelling good. I'm hugging all the women, actually. When I'm smelling good, I'm hugging all the women. But, you know, we start talking. She's like, oh, we finna eat. You hungry? I'm like, yeah. Hand me a plate. She's like, nah. I hand you no plate. I'll fix you a plate. I said, okay, what you got? She said, we got this, that. I was like, I want some rice and beans, pollo guisado, plátano maduro, yuca. I want all that shit, but just small portions, except the chicken. She's like, okay. Then comes back, serves me. I'm already half lit. I've been drinking this whole time. Grey Goose and orange juice. Shameful plug for Grey Goose. But I'm at the table with Pops. We was playing dominoes over there earlier. I smashed a cousin for like 600 pesos. I'm over here with Pops, and Pops is kind of cool. He seemed like somebody I would kick it with. He turned out to be balling too. Had the 740 Beamer, like, what was this? It's 2005. So this was, he had like a Beamer, 2020 Beamer, 740. Pretty. Tinted windows, wasn't on rims, it was all style, but it was pretty. His car better than mine. So I'm like, he got bread, and he ended up telling me he had a construction company, and I ended up doing some business with him too. Real solid guy, and real good quality work, good company. But so I'm like caught. I'm in my head. I'm like, this dude cool. The auntie worked for me, and she trying to set me up with his daughter, and this dude ain't really said nothing. So I'm over here chilling with the cousins. We drinking again. The old girl had came and got my plate, took my plate, threw it in the trash, handled her business, was real, attentive to me. You know what I mean? Sitting in my lap, putting her, how girls sit on you got your legs like this, and they sit facing this way, and they put their arms around your neck. And the dad look at me. Some said, look over there. The dad look at me. He go. I'm like, yeah. I'm confused. Is he asking me, is his daughter cool? Or am I okay? Or do I like her? Or what? So I just, yeah. Man, crazy, right? So we talking, blah, 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 blah. She said, oh, I want to show you the house, show you our house. I'm like, okay, cool. I jump up. We go in the house. Oh, this is my parents' room, this, that room, this room, that room, this room, that room, blah, 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 blah. We get to her room. She closes the door. I'm going to leave that part of the story out. I hear they got a metal door on the front. I hear the metal door slam closed. Bang. Like when you open it, opens soft, but it comes back hard. Bang. I hear that. I jump up. I'm leaning on the she got like a little, not a nightstand, but where you put your clothes at, a dresser. I'm leaning on the dresser like, mom's coming in the room like, oh, hey, what y'all doing? I'm like, oh, no, we just chopping it up. Oh, girl's over there like putting her hair back together. But anyway, we go back outside. I'm like, man, this shit kind of cool, right? Pop's like, I'm like, this shit is weird. This is weird. This is weird about your daughter. Really don't know me. Met me. I might be cool. I might be a weirdo. You never know. You never know. But he like, I'm like, for sure. This time I ain't, yeah. I'm like, yeah, for sure. So everything is cool. I'm like, I text her, we had exchanged numbers, Instagrams and Facebook, right? When she was sitting on my lap. She like, let me see your phone. I'm like, here. She was like, unlock it. I said, for what? She said, so I'm gonna follow you on Instagram. And you gonna follow me on Instagram, right? An hour or two later, I went through her pictures. She's bad, respectable, no booty shaking, no cleavage every 2 photos, no thirst traps, no none of that. Mostly school stuff and family stuff, and being in the backseat of the car bumping music and stuff like that. So she was respectable in that sense. But after what happened in the bedroom that I'm not gonna touch on top, we back outside doing us talking. So I sent her a WhatsApp. I'm like, I'm loaded. I'm finna leave in like 15-20 minutes. She like, okay, that's cool. Shot straight to me. Can I go home with you, or am I going home with you? I can't remember. I'm like, gotta finish what we started earlier. Yeah, that's cool. She goes back to the table with her parents. And the dad is going, no, yeah, no. And the mother is saying something in Spanish. I couldn't understand it. She was speaking too fast. I can understand Spanish when you go slow, but when you're speaking too fast, I don't catch it. And she was rapido. Machine Gun Kelly. And Pops was like, oh, yeah, nah. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, whatever. It's whatever. And the moms was like, yeah, it's cool. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's whatever. And all of them turned to me, and Pops did what? I was like, it's all good. I got your daughter covered. Don't worry about it. That's what I took that last one as. In retrospect, I think the first one was, do you like her? Is she cool? No, the first one was, do she look good? The second one was, do you like her? The third one was, test drive that joint. I swear that's what, upon reflection, probably in the car on the way home, That's what I was like. He was giving me the green light, and I took it. So we get to the house, and I don't like people wearing shoes in my house, so I got a bunch of slides at my front door, and I got like a little shoe shelf on the other side of my door. So this side of my door, I got slides. This side of my door, I got a little shoe shelf. So you can take off your shoes and put them on the shelf, and then grab you the slides that you want to slide into. I didn't even tell her. As soon as she came in, she went bing, oh, boop, took her shoes off over here, jumped in some slides over here, started taking off her clothes. She had on some black stretch pants at the house. When she had on some black stretch pants, some kind of tennis shoes, and a t-shirt at the house, hair in a ponytail, kind of like high though. When she got ready to leave and come with me, she came out with a jean skirt on, some sandals, another type of shirt with a sweater on over it, and a baseball hat. Cute as hell. A little cool fit. So she comes up out of it, folds it up. I got a long, when you walk in the door of my house, you walk in, and it's a living room right here. The living room wall connects to the kitchen. It's the washroom right there. Behind the washroom is the maid quarters. Right here, once you go around the wall after coming to my apartment, it's the dining area. I got a little atrium right there. And I got flowers and stuff in the middle. And then you go down the hallway, you bust a left, it's the master bedroom, the bathroom. You go straight, it's guest room, another one, the guest room, and then it's a bathroom right here. So you can go to the right, it's the bathroom. You can go to the left, it's the master. And on the very end, it's the two guest rooms. She takes her clothes off, puts them on the table, walks down the hallway. You know, in the DR, they got the, you got to hit the switch for the water heater. Conspiracy. She goes straight to the water heater switch. I'm like, did her auntie tell her where it was, or has she been over here when I wasn't here? I'm not sure. I got cameras in the house, so, oh, San Ysidro. I'm slipping. It's in San Ysidro, but I got cameras in the house, but after the first couple weeks, I never looked at them again. Only the front door, when the notification would pop up on my phone that somebody was at the front door. That's the only thing I looked at. I didn't look in the house and stuff like that because I trusted the maid. So, I never knew if she brought anybody with her. Nothing ever came up missing. Everything was always good. I left a little money here and there, watches, Apple phones. I got 2 phones and cameras, all kinds of stuff. And nothing ever came up missing. Like, the maid was solid and honest and trustworthy. And she was kind of cute too. Just not my type, but she was kind of cute. I thought about smashing a couple times, but I never did. But thankfully I never did. And she goes and turns on the water heater thing. Goes and gets in the shower. I'm like, oh boy. What should I do? I go, make me a drink. I chill for a couple minutes, right? I got some goose at the house too. I don't cross alcohols and liquors. I was drinking goose over there. I'm drinking goose over here. The only thing that changed is I was drunk cranberry at the house because I didn't have no orange juice. So I'm like, let me see something. I do the same thing. Go get in the shower with her. It's a wrap. Spin off. Get washed. I just put my arms up. I get washed, head to toe. Leans me up against the wall, pick up my feet, wash my feet, wash everything. 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 I'm like, that was nice. Get out the shower. She just puts a towel around her. You know how the chicks put the towel around them right here all the way down to the way, past the, you know, the cheeks. So it'd be from like here to the thighs. And towels me down, dries me off. I'm like, this is fly player stuff. I like it. Go back in the front room. I threw on some drawers, a little t-shirt. I go back in the front room. Turn on some music, got the TV on. I'm bumping, playing games on my phone. It's about 15, 20 minutes. I'm like, I need to see what's cracking. Boy, oh boy, I go in the room. She on the bed on her phone, looking at me like, I've been waiting on you. And it went down. But I've been messing with her now for 2 years. Consistently. I call her my girlfriend. She calls me her boyfriend, but I'm not there. But for 60, maybe 90 days at a time. So Lord knows, what goes on when I'm not there. But, it is what it is. I know what the situation is, and she does as well. And I think she's pretty cool. And her auntie was right. She's perfect. Physically, mentally, emotionally, she real fun. She like to have fun. I'd be like, let's go. She'll get up, throw some sweats and t-shirt on, and we'll be gone. She'd throw her hair in a ponytail. She like to wear my hats. So she'll throw her hair in a ponytail, put it through that hole, put my hat on, and we'll be gone. She real fun. She real adventurous. She like to eat. She likes the way I cook. I never do the dishes. I never wash no clothes. I never clean nothing. And that's what I told her auntie. I'm like, you basically put yourself out of a job. But I still let her auntie come through on Mondays and Fridays. And I give her a little extra just because she cool peoples. And I want her to have some money in her pocket. You know what I mean? And but basically that's what she did. She introduced me to her niece and put herself out of a job. You know what I mean? And I've been messing with the chick, like I said, for a little over 2 years, and everything is cool. I'm thinking about maybe really asking her what's next, what does she feels, what's next, and where does she want to go. She got a visa. We've been to Vegas. We went to my family's 4th of July picnic in Lancaster, California. Lancaster or Pompey, I get them confused. I'm from LA, and one of my cousins stay out there that way, so we should be having stuff at her house. So we went out there. She been around my peoples, pulled up on the block with my boys. She jumped out the car and came over there and asked me, baby, you want some out the store in Spanish? And I was like, yeah, grab me a beer. She already know what kind of beer I like. She went in the store and got me a beer and bring it back. And the whole time my boys was like, who is that? I said, that's my girl. They was like, damn, she bad. I said, yeah, she cool, huh? She cool peoples. Popped my beer off, went jump back in the car and didn't say a word. My boys was like, oh, he be in the DR. She from the Dominican. Yeah, that's why. Oh yeah, she a Dominican. She bad. Yeah, but I bet you she a Dominican. She a Dominican? I was like, yep, sure is. No hassles, no drama, buddy. All gas, no brakes. She sure is. And fine. How about that? Told you weirdos to get your passports many moons ago. Even offered to buy you guys plane tickets and nobody else came with me yet. So, when I show up with this right here, you shouldn't be mad. And her daddy got long bread. Gave me a stack of Cinos like this one time. Man, thank you for taking care of my daughter. I was like, no, you ain't got to give me that. I got a little bit of bread. So I was like, you ain't got to give me that. He was like, nah, man, you took her off my hands. She a mess. She crazy. She this. I said, that's your daughter. She going to act a certain way with you. When she get around me, she going to act a certain way. Come to find out, we the same age. Well, I'm a little older than him by a couple months, but I'm 53 right now. He 53 right now. But me and him cool. But he gave me some bread. He like, you took her off my hands, and I appreciate you. And she still live with him. And when I'm out there, she live with me. But when I'm not out there, she live with him. She got a cool little job, do her thing, drive a cool little car, don't gotta take a motor concho to work, up in the house with her mother and her father, which feels to me like they almost garden her for me, which they don't have to do, because if I ain't there, it's all fair. You know what I mean? But it makes me feel a little better about the situation if I'm looking for some type of commitment out of her, or we agree to be committed to each other. It's all good. But the moral to my story was, that's how I came up on her. And I would show you some pictures and some video, but the way my privacy works is, you dudes is messy, and she be on the gram and she got a gang of followers, and I be seeing some of y'all's comments and stuff like that. Even some dudes in a couple of these groups I be in be chipping at her, and chip away, man.